Ever felt judged for disappearing without warning? Or like no one really gets what's going on in your head? Maybe you're dealing with something you haven't even realized. Anxiety, quiet, constant, and often invisible. In this video, we're diving into 15 things people don't realize you do because of your anxiety. Things you do every day that people don't even notice or understand. If you live with anxiety, or know someone who does stick around, you're about to feel seen. Finally understand someone you care about. 15 things people don't realize you do because of your anxiety. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. You disappear without warning if you have anxiety. Sometimes you just have to disappear. Out of nowhere, at a party, at work, even at home. You need space to reset, gather your thoughts, and calm your body down. It feels like the world is closing in, and you need a minute to breathe. It's not drama or rudeness. It's survival. People who don't deal with anxiety might think it's strange or rude, but trust me, it's better than breaking down in front of everyone. Ever felt like you just had to get away? Even if you couldn't explain why? Tell us in the comments. Chapter 2. You panic when people take too long to reply. You text someone. 10 minutes go by. Nothing. For most people, no big deal. Someone with anxiety, pure panic. Your brain starts spinning. Did I say something wrong? Are they mad at me? Was I annoying? Every second feels heavier. Silence isn't just silence, it's uncertainty. Even though you know they're probably just busy, anxiety turns it into a whole situation. You might want to go to the party, but the thought of crowds and small talk overwhelming. Ever reread a text thread over and over because someone took too long to reply? Yeah, same here. What if I freeze? What if no one talks to me? Chapter 3. You double, triple, and quadruple check everything, not because you don't care, but because you're protecting your peace. Locking the door, sending an email, turning off the stove. Seems easy, right? Not with anxiety. You check, and then check again. Even after checking, that little voice whispers, what if you missed something? And boom, you're back rechecking. So even when a great chance comes your way, you back off. It's exhausting, but it's not about being obsessive. It's about fear. Fear of mistakes. Fear of forgetting something. What if I mess up? What if I embarrass myself? Have you ever gone back home just to make sure you really did turn off the gas? Yeah, ... Not just you. Chapter 4. You avoid parties. Anxiety doesn't make you antisocial, just cautious. Before you've even left the house, your brain's gone through every worst-case scenario. So instead of pushing through, you cancel. Ever skipped something fun just because the thought of going stressed you out? Drop A in the comments. Chapter 5. You turn down great opportunities. Anxiety convinces you that you're not ready, not smart enough, not good enough. The fear of failure is louder than your excitement. You say no, not because you don't want it, but because your anxiety told you you'd fail. Ever turned something down and regretted it later? You're not the only one. Chapter 6. Certain dates mess you up for some. A date is just a date. But for anxious minds, it can mean something else entirely. A reminder of something painful. A breakup, a loss, a traumatic moment. When that day rolls around, everything comes rushing back. Even if everything's fine now, your body remembers what it felt like then. Focus, mood, energy, all out the window. Do you have a date on the calendar that just hits differently? You're not alone. Chapter 7. You always need your phone nearby. For anxious people, they're escape hatches. Being in silence or waiting around, super uncomfortable. Phones aren't just devices. The phone becomes a little anchor in a chaotic sea of thoughts. So you scroll, refresh, tap. It's not about addiction. It's about keeping your mind busy. They won't like you. They'll say something dumb, and that's enough to stop you. People might judge, but they don't see the internal restlessness. Do you feel uneasy when you're without your phone, even for a second? Let's be real. Chapter 8. You avoid making new friends. You want friends. You really do. But anxiety whispers. The fear of making a bad impression outweighs the hope of a good one. So you stay quiet, even when you're dying to connect. You'd rather be alone than feel rejected, even if you're craving company. Ever stayed silent in a group because you were scared to speak up? We see you. Chapter 9. You dread your routine, even if it's familiar. Going to school, heading to work, totally normal, right? But for someone with anxiety, it can feel like walking into the unknown. You want to know your partner's okay. It's not neediness, it's anxiety trying to feel safe. When really, you just care deeply, maybe too deeply. Even if you've done it 100 times, your heart still races, your hands get sweaty, your stomach knots up. It's not about logic, it's how anxiety works. Predictable things can still trigger unpredictable reactions. Have you ever felt like every morning is a new mountain to climb? We get it. Chapter 10. You seem clingy in relationships. You text a lot. You ask questions. But people don't always get that. They think you're overbearing or insecure. You're not trying to suffocate. You're just afraid of losing someone important. Ever felt like your love was too much? You're not too much. You're just anxious and human. You overthink. Chapter 11. You cancel plans last minute. You make plans when you feel confident. But when the day comes, anxiety hits. Suddenly going out feels impossible. Your chest tightens. Your mind races. And canceling feels like the only option left. You don't want to flake. But sometimes showing up just isn't doable. It hurts, but it's real. Have you ever canceled something you were actually excited for? Oh yeah, it sucks. It just means, let me breathe. Let me calm down. Chapter 12. You rehearse what you'll say before a call. Even simple phone calls feel like high-stakes interviews. So you write down what you'll say, you rehearse, but you're really just trying to come back to yourself. What if I forget something? What if I sound weird? And suddenly a 2-minute call takes 20 minutes of mental prep. It works sometimes, but it's draining. It turns the easiest tasks into mountains. Again and again. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Ever practiced a phone call like you were auditioning for a role? We see you. Chapter 13. You asked to be alone? I don't want to be left when you say I need space. It doesn't mean leave me forever. People often take it the wrong way. They think you're mad or trying to cut them out. Your energy, your joy, and most people don't even notice. You need silence, not abandonment. Distance, not disconnection. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're definitely not alone. Ever lost a friend because they didn't understand your need for quiet? That hurts. Chapter 14. You procrastinate because you're afraid to fail. It's not laziness. It's fear. Starting something means risking failure, and failure feels personal. So you put it off. Soon guilt creeps in, and now anxiety has another thing to feed on. Ever avoided starting something because it felt too big to handle? You're not alone in that. Chapter 15. You worry about things that haven't happened yet. Anxiety lives in the what-ifs. What if I mess up? What if they hate me? What if everything goes wrong? You build entire scenarios in your head. Full scripts. Full disasters. All before anything even happens. It steals your peace. Do you ever catch yourself spiraling over something that's not even real? That's anxiety too. If any of this felt familiar, take a breath. A lot of people deal with anxiety every single day, and they redoing the best they can. This space is all about real talk, empathy, and helping each other feel understood. So now it's your turn. Which of these behaviors hit home for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments, give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more honest content like this. We've got so much more to talk about. Remember, feeling deeply isn't a flaw. You're stronger than you think. See you in the next one.